see on Krypton.
That's a Miyazaki kind of thing right there.
Yeah, it's like...
Well, didn't they say Krypton was like an advanced civilization anyway?
Yeah, but it's not Pandora, you know. So it's like it's supposed to be a little different. The way I see Krypton is the way that they kind of showed it in Superman the Animated Series. You know, it's kind of an Art Deco-ish, you know, futuristic pulp science fiction kind of thing. You know.
So Gallifrey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was thinking like more so. I don't know. H.G. Wells kind of future.
So steampunkish.
Not really steampunkish.
No.
I'm trying to think of a good interpretation of the future.
Kind of think of one of those tropes where it's like a super futuristic looking city, but everyone is so peaceful that they're all wearing stereotypical Greek togas or something like that.
I'm trying to think of like a kind of Jetsonian but serious. You know?
Yeah.
I would say the closest thing I could think of offhand would be Star Trek.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Not quite. It'd be like Star Trek, but even more advanced.
Okay, that said, this trailer impressed me in a way that none of the previous trailers had done. Because this trailer actually felt like Superman, you know?
Oh, yes.
And that's what I was looking for. I'll be the first to admit it, I don't think I've ever seen a Zack Snyder movie. But honestly, I was a little hesitant about him taking the reins of Man of Steel. But I don't know. I maybe he actually knows what he's doing this time. So I'm gonna give him
there's always going to be that one instance where this one guy, he may not be very good at writing one story, but give him a completely different subject, and it turns out he's super good at that. I mean, example: there were two writers who wrote the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Right, Orchin. What's his name? No, I know who you're talking about, but go on.
Yeah, they're the same two guys who wrote the first two Transformers movies.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Although, you could argue that they did a better job with Transformers than Michael Bay did, so there you go.
For me, the trailer, it's a lot better than what we've got, because the first trailer I saw was like, oh, everything's getting... Oh, man, we're doomed. Oh, there's explosions. Ah, God.
The vending machines aren't working!
Superman's like a hopeful movie, like, oh, this, it's an upbeat kind of thing. You're giving us, disaster. No, this is not how it's supposed to go. And then I see this trailer and, I like it. This is nice.
Like I was saying, this feels like Superman, which is what I wanted.
Yeah!
I didn't want it to be the Dark Knight Superman. That's never what I wanted. And now that I think about it, that's probably not what Christopher Nolan wanted in the first place. So
yeah, that would go against Superman.
It would. I'm glad it's not going that way.
And this is actually the first Superman movie I'm actually interested in seeing. I've seen the past Superman movies, even the 70s one. None of them interest me.
No. I don't know, I like Superman too.
I liked Superman 2. It was the best out of all the ones, but it was very slow-paced and jumped around very quickly and randomly.
Well, that's because it had two directors.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like halfway through production, Richard Donner was fired, and they gave it to Richard Lester. So, R.I.P.D. looks pretty cool.
Yeah!
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
I don't know. It looks like the kind of fun silly that you like from movies. Not the stupid silly. That's.
This is. You see, guys. You see people who adapt comics into movies. This is what you need to do. We need fun along with the action.
Well. They actually did some really good casting if they wanted to do that.
Well, yeah, and they pulled this off. I'm actually, this is up there. Gonna see this one.
Has anybody ever read the comics?
No.
Nope.
I didn't even...
I didn't know.
It tends to be that I don't know about the comics until the movie comes out, so...
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I had never heard of Scott Pilgrim until the trailer came out, so...
I've heard his name thrown around, but same thing applies.
You know, the action scenes look really cool. I think the effects are really strong from what I saw in the trailer. I think Jeff Bridges looks like he's having a grand old time doing that ridiculously thick Southern accent.
Is he chawing on something throughout the whole dialogue?
He might be.
It sounds like his mouth is kind of full.
He's
He
chewing
might be
on.
on.
Playing Texas Cowboy as far as I can see.
He's chewing on
Yeah,
the
so he might
scenery. He's chewing on the scenery. I can tell you that much.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have any
Well, I
thoughts
just
on
broke this moment. Hey, look at that.
that? No, I was saying, yeah. Evan, you have anything to add there?
Unfortunately, no. I have yet to see the trailer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to it. That was just like, oh, okay, it's some comic book action movie with Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges. You know, I don't know. It doesn't, but now I'm like, okay, this actually looks kind of fun. This might be worth, going to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another thing I get to see this year. So, yay.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy this summer. Holy crap.
Yeah. Thing is, we just didn't have as much to say about R.I.P.D. as we did Man of Steel. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, when it actually comes out, I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about.
Unless somebody between now and then go read the comics.
Yep.
I haven't been to a comic book store in months, so there you go.
I haven't either. I'm really way past due on just visiting.
If I go to a comic book store these days, it's to get hardback stuff, not to buy any new stuff.
Yeah, I need to up my intake on trade paperbacks. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, Tome 7.
Yep, that came out, and it's one of the best episodes of the season so far.
It seems like you say that every episode.
Well, it's true.
Well, it gets better, so there you go.
It just keeps getting better and better.
I don't know. I can't really choose between this one and 6.
Yeah, 6 was pretty awesome. Well, I think what I've liked about this so far is the fact that we're starting to get to know these people outside of Tome. You know, we got to see Nylock as a normal guy. We got to hear Flame Girl's actual name, which is Stephanie. So,
Oh, spoilers.
come on, dude, we've been doing Saturday Morning Saviors for almost a year now. We've kind of spoilers
Yeah,
have
no,
become.
I'm joking. That guy, that hacker dude's creepy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think he was the voice of the Dandy Man in Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Either that, no. You know who it probably was? It was probably that businessman that Hellsing talked to, who gave her the letter to the Pope in episode 3.
Maxwell?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Hellsing, so. Yeah, I think that's who the voice was. And that was pretty surprising, because I'm just like, this guy has a really awesome voice. So, I think the fight scenes have gotten a lot better as the series has progressed. Curb has really stepped up his game in trying to figure out what works and what doesn't in his style of animation. Trying to remember anything else that really... I don't remember anything else that really stuck with me. I found changing Flame Girl's hair a surprising choice.
Spoilers!
Are we gonna
I
keep doing
that,
this?
Joe.
Are we gonna keep doing this in the whole review? Jeez.
Yep.
I was only doing it once. Come on.
I wasn't directly talking to you, Blah. Jeez, relax.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't directly talking to you. Yeah, that hairstyle. Yeah,
Well, that's spoiled for me.
You didn't see
Okay,
it?
so the hairstyle.
No, I
that
was going to see it after.
Dude! Yeah, that was surprising. Evan, anything to add?
I'm just really curious to see where they're taking this whole forbidden power thing.
Yeah. I thought...
I'm calling it now. The Forbidden Power is missing number.
Oh, God.
That's where it went when Linkara vanished.
He says this as I draw a Squirtle.
I thought it was cool. We finally find out who the main bad guy is, as far as we know, at least.
I think that was a real shocker.
Yeah, it was a weird way. It was kind of in a way that you were like, did they just reveal it or didn't they? I don't.
Most kind of revealed it, but not really.
I get the feeling that the whole thing with Flamey and the whole thing with Flamey and Alpha is
Sure.
yeah. Well, no, I was going to say Alpha. I get their relationship at this point, I'm assuming, is going to play very strongly into the way it's going to play out in the Gemini tournament. Or as I like to call it, the Gemini arc, because it's more fun to call it that. I think Archie's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going to go.
Yeah. Do we know who played Archie? No, we don't. Okay. He seems like he's going to be a fun character, and he and Kurt really play off of each other really well. So, I think they're going to be a lot of fun in the Gemini tournament. I'm trying to think of anything else that stuck out for me. I think this was like the shortest episode they've done so far.
Yeah, I think they even said that.
Yeah. So it's interesting how they were able to fill up so much plot details in such a small point. This one was less about, the action, even less so about the Forbidden Power in many aspects, and more so just about the preparation for the Gemini tournament and the character development that went into it. And I liked that. I really appreciated that. I thought that was really well done. So, yeah. Anybody else? Any thoughts?
No, not really.
Not offhand. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Gemini tournament.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a lot of interactions.
The song at the end was really good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So I think that's enough talking of tone. So, Blah, you want to review Injustice Gods Among Us?
Okay. So, I was discussing the other week about Injustice and how the comic book wasn't really that great. Oddly enough, the game itself, I enjoyed. I got to playing it other day. I've gone through the entire storyline, and I've gone through a lot of different playthroughs of the classic arcade kind of mode, and I had some fun. Storyline, in case you don't know, this is all essentially based off of an alternate universe where Superman accidentally kills Lois, and
As you do.
in that way Joker tricked him, and Superman gets really pissed off and kills Joker, and that starts him rolling and going, I'm going to take over the world!
Spoilers!
That's a very good question, Lac. Yes, there are 26 characters in this game. So, you play through the storyline. It's fun. I'm not really that big on fighter games as a whole, but this, I was actually able to do some moves, so I got through it pretty good. It doesn't really ramp up it to like, oh my god, this is really hard, until like the end, where like the last couple of fights, it's like, I know this is the last level, but holy crap,
Those difficulty spikes.
It spikes really hard, but not in a bad way, because if you get through and know what to do, it makes you learn through it, but yeah, you end up being able to take care of things.
Okay, cool.
Why? How do I go through this? There are a lot of cool characters in this. They're portrayed really well. Joker, played in this by... I need to look this up.
Isn't it Richard Epcar?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Richard
He did a
Epcar
really
played a
good
couple
job.
of people, I think.
Yeah. He also did the role of Joker in Mortal Kombat vs. DC, so
Yeah.
that's an interesting reprise, but yeah. I was really glad to see Grundy in this. Fred Taskor playing him really well. Fred also,
Bane.
yeah.
Which, I don't know.
But yeah.
I like Fred Taskor, but I can think of actors who would be better suited for Bane. You know? But
Yeah, well, at least he got... The voice was kind of right.
yeah, I always, Gotham High, I always feel like Bane should be more sophisticated and less brutish, you know?
As long as the Force is like really big.
Yeah.
Batman, obviously, Kevin Conroy does